Hey guys, Mark Lyon here, Lion Horses. Today I got a couple little, another topic for our Friday philosophy. And I think what's happened sometimes is, I originally kind of wanted to call this thing balance because, really there's two sides of every situation or every extreme. And normally the extremes aren't where you want to be. You want to be somewhere in the middle. And so I saw this quote today and I thought, yeah, like it's not really a bad quote, but if you took it to extreme, it could get you in trouble. It says, don't give up. All of your hard work will pay off soon. Stick with what you're doing, no matter how hard it gets. And in some situations, that's going to be exactly the kind of thing that helps you get through a tough situation. And sometimes that's going to be the thing that ruins the rest of your life. The problem is you don't know which one it is. So I'm going to give you some more quotes because I thought, I see people and they read that quote and they keep doing it and I'm thinking, you shouldn't do that. But I'm going to give you some more. And then I'm going to give you one at the end, and then we'll kind of tie it together. So these are some quotes from famous people. It says, you just can't beat the person who won't give up. Babe Ruth. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. The most important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. Dale Carnegie. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is to always try just one more time. Thomas Edison. Vince Lombardi said, winners never quit and quitters never win. How long should you try? Until. Jim Rohn. Do not fear failure, but rather fear not trying. Roy T. Bennett. Okay, so this last quote, I really think is more what I'm trying to get across. And I think it says it in a better way. It says, failure is only the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Henry Ford. So what I want to kind of talk about today is, I am the first to admit that I have failed quite a bit, and I keep trying, or I modified it and tried another spot, or I found out what didn't work and we work around that spot. And so you're not going to go forward unless you keep trying. Also, just keep trying isn't the answer. We know something else. The definition of insanity is attempting the same thing, expecting different results. So if you try something and it doesn't work, and you just keep trying, that's the definition of insanity. So, and sometimes you just need to try harder a little bit. Sometimes you're not going to hit a home run every time. It's more of a percentage game. There's a lot of people, I'd say most people that are entrepreneurs that have got a good business and they've been successful in business have gone bankrupt a few times. Some of their businesses have not worked. They've tried a business, didn't work. They tried another business, it didn't work. They tried a third one, and then that one wasn't too bad. And then they sold that one, they tried another one, it didn't work. They tried another one, it worked even better. And so pretty soon, they were pretty good at it. But I think it's because they learned from their mistakes, and when they tried again, then they got better at trying. And so just trying the same thing doesn't mean it's going to be better. So I think there's there's a balance there where we need to look at something and go, am I just beating my head against the wall? And if I keep doing this, am I going to just destine my life to disaster because it's not working and I need to try something different or change what I'm doing? Or is it something that, I'm just going to have a certain amount of rejections or a certain amount of failures before that I get it right, and it's just a numbers game. If you pull the lever on a slot machine enough times, it's gonna pay out. Sometimes you can put more money into it than you're getting back. That's not a good idea. So it is true that we need to try harder. And I would say that and the reason I think there's so many quotes on trying harder, and because sometimes that's our problem. We're too easily discouraged, and so we need to just buckle down and try a little harder. But at the same time, there's a few people I've seen that are really hard-headed, and they'll just keep banging their head against the wall, and I'm like, you're on the wrong road. The road you're on does not go to where you want to go, so you need to get off that road. Now, oh, it'll work. No, it's not gonna. It's never worked in the history of mankind, so it's not going to work this time. So, we need to have a balance there. We need to have a perspective that is realistic. And so we need to figure out when we need to change and when we need to just try a little harder and buckle down and put a little bit more effort into it. So anyway, that's that discussion for today. I just want to remember that we're all trying to be the person our horse deserves, and sometimes that means trying a little harder, and sometimes that means changing what you're doing. So anyway, hope you guys get a little bit out of this. Catch you next time.